Let's get it. The name is Law Nation. And as this room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like button, share this content, let friends, neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on.
What more do you want from me?
Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here.
Cowboys Dak Prescott, unstoppable if this happens. Times matchup week 1. Come on, baby. Stand tall. Or not at all. Yup. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a week 1? Cowboys versus the Browns. Do the Browns, baby. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on with it. Stand tall or not at all, baby. 1. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. Yeah, we talk sports, mostly Cowboys. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I see you, Jay Lombardi. I see you, Justin D. Shout out to you, Blue Star, TA Cowboy. Appreciate ya. Jay Lombardi, Asmodeus. Come on. Willie T. Rev, what's good? Life like this, I wish the raindrops would fall. Come on, Rev. Come on, Drove. What's good with the Twin Empire? My brother from the same mother.
What more do you want from me?
Come on. All right. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate you guys so much. Y'all thought I wasn't going to go live today, huh? I can't go too many days without going live and talking to my people, man. And I really appreciate you guys so much for jumping in. And me and Twin, we're going to work out a show this week. We're going to talk about the upcoming matchups and, you know, who did this and who did that. But I want to talk about, you know, Brandon Ayuk getting his money, right? And it was kind of watered down because of the fact that, you know, Ricky, the wide receiver for the 49ers, he was shot the other day and he was rushed to the ER, and I'm hearing that he is released now. So thank God for prayers. You know, all it takes is one bullet, right? You know, and I'm a pro-gun guy. Guns, bullets don't kill folks, right? Silly people with guns kill folks. And on top of that, you know, if it's a lesson to be learned, if somebody robbed me, man, come on, man, I'm not finna chase them either. You know, somebody robbed me, I'm gonna just let y'all know.
Stop, thief! Come back, thief!
Let them have my princely robes, you know. Let them have all of the good stuff that I got. That's why I normally don't wear jewelry anyway. You know what I'm saying? They can't pull up. They can pull this up off me. Yeah, this about $5 or $6, you know. But and I'm not trying to make light of it. But if players understand that there's a thing called insurance. Did you get more of it? Yeah. I'm claiming all of that. Yeah. They try to get them for the Rolex. Yeah, have my Rolex. I got that insured. Yeah, limited edition, you know. So if somebody break in my house or if somebody rob my stuff, steal stuff out of the car, especially if it's merchandise and jewelry, I got all the Law Nation stuff insured. Yeah. Yep. I'm just telling y'all the truth, and that's just how it goes. So y'all stay insured up, and don't wear real jewelry. Yeah. You don't have time to be out there, the people out there trying to test your jewelry and see whether or not it's real or fake or what have you. 9 times out of 10, you got more money than them. So don't even worry about it, ladies and gentlemen. That's a true story. But neither here nor there. I'm glad that he's released from the hospital. Hope all is well with him. And the 49ers ended up giving Brandon Ayuk a $120 million contract extension. I think it's $45 or $48 million of that money is guaranteed. That's where it goes. So hopefully all is well. What's good with you? Shout out to you, King. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. So, all right. So I know we want to talk about the meat and the potatoes of everything, but before we go into that, the main storyline of the conversation, be sure to hit the like button, share this content, and let friends and neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Yeah, Tank Dale got shot up this year too. So man, hey. It's crazy. Let's go from here to here to here to there. Hold on, bear with me. Here we go. I wanted to pull this up before we get into deep conversations of everything, if that is okay with you guys. I wanted to talk about the contract comparisons, and I know that comparison is the thief of all joy, but this is Brandon Ayuk's contract here. What I mostly look for is cap hit. Once again, the 49ers done whooped our ass in contract negotiations. Brandon Ayuk signed a 4-year deal, $120 million contract, which includes a $23 million signing bonus. $76 million is guaranteed. I was off on the 48. Apologies. So $76 million is guaranteed on an average annual salary of $30 million APY. So he gets $30 million APY. Ayuk will earn his base salary of $1.1 million and his signing of $23, and will carry the cap hit of only $5.7 million and a dead cap value of $45 million if they decide to cut him. And I doubt if they're going to cut him of any of those things. So his cap hit is $5.7 million for 2024, and it is $11 million for 2025, and for 2026, $16 million. The reason why I said that the 49ers won with that is because I'm only looking at the cap hit. And they don't have to worry about big time money spending of him until 2027. By that time, the contract is matured enough, and then he can go back to the table and renegotiate. That's 3 years from here, okay? So by that time, the contract will be dated, and there will be different contracts out there. So when I put on my mindset of, okay, let me show y'all my financial background degree is all in. I'm sitting here thinking that, hey, when you look at everything, woo, it's all about the cap hit. It's the hit that really counts. So here's Justin Jefferson. He had the biggest of them all, right? Justin Jefferson, Minnesota Vikings agreed to a 4-year, $140 million contract. $110 million of that money is guaranteed there, ladies and gentlemen. And he had 88.7 fully guaranteed at signing. So he got an 88.7 check at signing at a 35 APY. So he getting $35 million a year. So when I look at the root of everything, remember I'm a cap hit guy, right? So you're looking at $8.5 million against the cap for this season, $15 million against the cap next season. All right. And then it's 39 and 43. So they got at least a 2-year window before it started to hurt them a little bit. And even at 39.1, what have you, it's right at 13% against the cap or what have you. When you think of all of that, the cap should increase. All right. So what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to look into, since all of the material came out, now it's time to look at C Dangerous contract. Let's look at it. Woo! Shout out to Jay Jetta, man. The LSU playing right now, right? If LSU playing right about right now, right? So y'all turn on LSU. All right, let's get back into the money and things, man. Let's go back to the money and things. Bear with me, baby. Bear with me. Hail Mary. All right. Bear with me. All right, boom. Let's pull it up. Okay, see Dangerous Lamb contract. His money. Let's talk about the money before we get into the other conversations today. All right, so CeeDee Lamb. He signed, and this is pretty much old news by now, but he signed a $136 million contract, 4-year deal, which include a $38 million signing bonus, just like my granddaddy would say, $100 million guarantee, with the average annual salary of $34 million. Hey, 34, you know? And, of course, he got all of that $38 million upon signing him, right? So we talk about cap relief. The damn Vikings got more cap relief than we did. Jeez. All right, so this year he'll count $8.7 million against the cap, which is cool. But damn, we jump all the way up for next year for 2025, $35 million. Straight up. I'm sitting here like, wait a minute now, hold on. Wait a minute. How come the other contracts not like this? Is because of the language, right? And then we have in 2026, 33. In 2027, 36. You won't get your relief until 2028, and that's at 16. Now, granted, some of this money you can spread out and move around. Hopefully, that's the game plan of the Cowboys, is to spread this money out and keep pulling and spreading, and hopefully it would take less of a burden against us in the year 2025 and 2026, etc., because that's next season. Just like you've seen with Brandon Ayuk, all of his money don't really hurt the 49ers until 2027. I'm quite sure within the confines of that time frame that, you know, you got to pay attention to what Debo wanting out there on the open market or in the market, etc. All I'm saying is that, you know, it wasn't even really major breaking news when Brandon Ayuk signed his money. But when the Cowboys, see, that goes to show you, like, when the Cowboys start moving, shoot, everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, segments on every network talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, Ed says LSU plays at 6:30. Okay, I'm going to make sure I go watch LSU today. Hey, if your team won last night or yesterday, let me know. And can y'all put in the chat, you know, roll tide. Where my roll tide dogs at? Where my roll tide at? Where roll tide at? Where my roll tide people at, man? And also, man, where them hook'ems at? Where them longhorns at, man? I ain't going to leave y'all out. You know, put y'all team down in the chat, man. All SEC love over here, man. Y'all know how this goes. And shout out to my JSU, you know, Jackson State University. The best HBCU in the land, baby. Hook 'em, I see you. And what gig'ems at? Where the gig'ems at, man? Come on, where y'all at? Arkansas, you know, Nebraska, NC State, Wolfpack. Come on. Let me give y'all a horn. Come on with it. It's college football day, baby. Come on with it. Where my horn at? Horn, where you at? There you go. Go Blue. Yeah. Penn State. We got Penn State. Yes, indeed. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, I know most of you guys came here for like, hey, Law, what are you talking about with the Dak Prescott unstoppable talk? Well, I would say, let me see, make sure I pull this article up. I would say about a couple of months ago in March, this dude, Colin Cowherd, who we really can't really stand over here. He had a conversational piece about Dak Prescott, and I did a review on it. It got over 190,000 views on that. Shout out to the X app. And we were talking about the way you can look at Dak Prescott and say, hey, man, this dude could be unstoppable when he have X, Y, and Z things. And lo and behold, I got a chance to review everything, and we pulled that part up, right? And we talked about those small things on, you know, what Dak Prescott need to improve on and what this team need to help out and improve on. And this was right before we got into the conversational piece of the draft and et cetera, and things like that. So I would tell you guys, the Cowboys coming out of the draft, we didn't do anything as it relates to drafting that running back. But we did do a few things up front. Tyler Guyton. Oh, my goodness. You got to love what you've seen out of Tyler Guyton, right? Tyler Smith. You got to love what you've seen out of Tyler Smith. Cooper Beebe. We know that he's going to be wedged in between Zach Martin and as well as Tyler Smith. And on top of that, Terrence Steele. We talked about run game. If you put run game in front of Dak Prescott, he have an unbelievable resume. To a point and to a degree, let's listen to this excerpt that I did in March. The first week of March, man. Let's listen to this right quick. And we're going to pull up the Colin Cowherd, about to say turd, but heard. But now listen clearly and closely.
Since Dak Prescott has been in the league, this is pretty amazing. When he gets 30-plus rush attempts behind him, he's virtually impossible to beat, 53-7. Less than 30 rush attempts, he's not a very good quarterback, 20-34. But this is more sobering. If Dak just gets 100 yards rushing, again, he's Mahomes. He's 64-17. If he gets less than 100 yards, Dak Prescott has 9 career wins.
God, dog, somebody fact check that for me, man. God, dog, wrong button, but come on, somebody fact check that. Woo! Did y'all hear that way in the back? So, and I said this even when I was doing my small research. Man, the dude is undefeated in the postseason. When you just get a running back, they can give him 3 yards per tote. Just 3. That's all we asking for. Just give us 3 yards. Can you average 3 yards, man? So, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? So what I'm trying, and then I know that there will be some things whereas, hey, you do run the ball more when you have the league, right? And that's another situation. That's another conversation, right? But what I'm trying to really narrow down is, if you want an apple pie and you say, Law, I'm craving an apple pie, I can't bring you peaches and say, hey, make it happen, make it work. Now, peach cobbler is good, though. Shit, peach cobbler go hard. I ain't gonna even lie. But y'all get what I'm saying. And apple, is it an apple cobbler, right? But regardless, they taste even better with ice cream, both of them. But if I'm asking for an apple pie, I don't bring tomatoes and stuff. And what I'm trying to tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, if the Cowboys continue to add apples, if we try to get these apple pies, right, then we will be able to see the betterment or the best out of Dak Prescott. Even to those, I get it, I get long threads of comments about, hey, man, Law is he just a Dak apologist. He just like Dak. No, I love to win. And we have a stronger chance of winning with Dak Prescott. When you get those type of things. We don't know. The unknown is very, very much so the unknown. I do know if you want to use tangible information for Cooper Rush in order for him to win, which is easier. Let me know which is easier, y'all. In order for Cooper Rush to win, DBs got to drop balls that hit them in their hands. And on top of that, the defense must hold a team under 20 points. Which is easier, to hold a team under 20 points every game that you face for the foreseeable future, plus try to figure out a way to run the ball? Or will it be more feasible to have the kinds of caliber of just finding a running back that can give us 3 or 4 yards per toe? Let me rewind for y'all mind, because it's going to be even harder for those that Cooper Rush is 5-1. We can go to the playoffs with Cooper Rush. He can win us games. I'm like, yeah, but we were ranked 28th and 29th in offense, which is going to be a whole lot harder. And more tape out there, people are going to make Cooper Rush play left-handed. And even when we start talking about Trigger Trey, to a degree, we all like Trigger Trey possibilities of a quarterback that can develop. The problem is that he don't have a contract for the foreseeable future, and you got to rip out a third of your a third of your offense just to make him fit. He's literally that that round peg they're trying to go in the square hole, or that square peg they're trying to go in that round hole, it can fit, but you're gonna have to damage it. If you know what I mean, it don't belong there. You're gonna have to force it in there, and that's not a good thing.
Since Dak Prescott
let's play this again.
League, this is pretty amazing. When he gets 30-plus rush attempts behind him, he's virtually impossible to beat, 53-7. Less than 30 rush attempts, he's not a very good quarterback, 20-34. But this is more sobering. If Dak just gets 100 yards rushing, again, he's Mahomes. He's 64-17. If he gets less than 100 yards, Dak Prescott has 9 career wins. That's it. And the Cowboys are making no move at running back. It is very clear, indisputably, inarguably clear. Dak is a completely different quarterback with a run game. But once again, the Cowboys fall into this, we're smarter than everybody else. We're just going to go back with our guys that we drafted.
Wow. Look at me. That's me a couple of months ago. And let me know if I probably still look the same. But I would tell you guys this, though, ladies and gentlemen. If you agree, oh my gosh, man, I hate to put y'all into that conversation. But damn, if you agree with Colin Cowherd, put 1 in the chat. If you disagree with Colin Cowherd, put 0 in the chat. Let me see. High says Dak Prescott for MVP. Oh, wow. Shout out to you. All right. Mike Hall says, Law, I love the Cowboys, but we have turned into the America's cheaper team. Oh, JV says you don't agree. Oh, my God. Fred Allen. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. All y'all disagreeing, Josh? Talk to your media. We got a lot of y'all don't agree that Dak Prescott is a better quarterback with run game. Wait a minute, man. Hold on, but y'all killing me, man. Y'all killing me, man, over here. Wait a minute. Hold on, man.
What more do you want from me?
Wait a minute. So Dak Prescott will be stopped if he didn't have run game. Look, he's reaching. Let me put 1 in the chat if y'all agree with him. I'm gonna play this again. I'm not trying to lead the witness here, but it's been a long time that I really don't agree with this dude, but I'm agreeing with him. Hold on.
Since Dak Prescott has been in the league, this is pretty amazing. When he gets 30-plus rush attempts behind him, he's virtually impossible to beat, 53-7. Less than 30 rush attempts, he's not a very good quarterback, 20-34. But this is more sobering. If Dak just gets 100 yards rushing, again, he's Mahomes. He's 64-17. If he gets less than 100 yards, Dak Prescott has 9 career wins.
Wow. So and that's the recipe right there, man. That's the recipe of winning. That's the recipe to winning. That's why I say, man, I agree with him. Not saying that I agree with all of his stance, but I agree with Colin Cowherd. I put 1 in the chat, man. But it's weird seeing some of those zeros in there. And granted, that Green Bay Packer game when we returned to the scene of the crime, right? Do y'all let me flip it. If Dak Prescott was on the other end and Jordan Love was our quarterback, do you think that we still win this game? Do you think that we would have been able to stop Dak Prescott from a defensive perspective if Dak Prescott had a running back that was giving him 7 to 8 yards per rush? Don't y'all know, man, we don't get that over here. We haven't seen it. Like when we do see that, it's blowout city, baby. We winning. Don't y'all know that we don't have those type of things, man? And I'm not beating up Jordan Love. I'm not saying that he's trash or anything because he beat the brakes off of us. He was on a team that was very successful But I just don't think, and I get it, right? I get it. People want to and say that we lost that game because of Dak Prescott. But you got to understand, Love didn't get hit or sacked not one time. Not one time. And it wasn't due to the fact that his delivery was quick. It was due to the fact that, shoot, we had no way close to getting to him, right? They got to us 5 times, and they only rushed 4. They didn't bring 5. They didn't bring 6. They got to us 5 times, and they only rushed 4. It's crazy. Yeah, it would be 72-0. Yeah. Dairy Queen lost us the game because the defense was horrible. I feel you on that. $60 million. Come on. Let's play the rest of this video, though. And I'm going to give y'all my points that I have spoken about this all the way. Let's play the rest of it, though.
That's it. And the Cowboys are making no move at running back. It is very clear, indisputably, inarguably clear. Dak is a completely different quarterback with a run game. But once again, the Cowboys fall into this, we're smarter than everybody else. We're just going to go back with our guys that we drafted.
Wow. Now, it's crazy that this dude, Colin Cowherd, gets it just a little bit. Now, I'm not saying that, hey, you sell the form to get everything in front of Dak Prescott, but there are always philosophies and formulas to win. And this is crazy because when I was looking at this stat line for your mind, and I get it, most people will say, well, what happens in big games? What happened in big moments with Dak Prescott? I'm trying to win every year. And if this will be the last year of Dak Prescott, all they got to do, and hear me out, instead of focusing in on Dak Prescott being the public enemy number 1, fix the run offense. Fix that. And then all of a sudden, everything else will work its way out. Ladies and gentlemen, I get it. Most people hate Dak Prescott at this point. The hate Dak hive is a real thing. But what I'm saying is turn off the 3-letter and the 4-letter network. And then lo and behold, I hear this dude right here, Colin Cowherd, is pretty much did the research and did all of the numbers that you can take a look at. And Dak Prescott is a play-action quarterback. He is the exact same thing that I said in this wonderful write-up. And what I'm saying is put run game around him and figure out a way to stop the run. Dak Prescott on his own will not be able to win you games. Granted, I get it. Most people don't want to pay Dak Prescott and these sorts of things, and they will look at the negative connotations of saying, hey, we had 9 All-Pros. What happened then? Well, out of those All-Pros, nobody could either stop the run or run the ball. Dak Prescott will play phenomenal if you put run game around him. Now, granted, we look at the 2025 season and people are saying that basically, hey, it will be no more Dak and these sorts of things, but still you got to pay the $40 million dead cap hit. And truth be told, with Trey Lance money and everything, you got to quantify the fact that even in his 5th year, it will be north of $20 to $25 million. Well, what's 20 million plus 40 million, ladies and gentlemen? Can somebody point that out? And on top of that, what is the long-term contract ramification for Trey Lance too? And whoever you get. So you still got to pay the big bag regardless as it relates to 2025. Now, I get it. People want to see Trey Lance and these sorts of things. Still with Trey Lance, even if you move on from Dak Prescott, let's paint that picture. You still got to do these things in order to win. Run the ball with authority to set up the pass, because that's the skill set that even Trey Lance need to have a good system around him. He need run game. He can't win it by himself. And on top of that, you got to figure out a way to stop the run. You do. Even the Kansas City Chiefs, as great as Pat Mahomes is, that team, the Kansas City Chiefs, got the ability to stop the run. If they were not able to stop the run, if they were not able to stand 10 toes down on the field versus the 49ers, because the 49ers was 9 yards away from lifting up a Lombardi trophy, that you got to figure out a way to stop the run. ladies and gentlemen. And the Cowboys by far need to figure that out. Regardless, in closing, the Cowboys just need to figure these things out. I get it. So even moving on from Dak Prescott, figure out a way to stop the run and set up the run. Everything else, I think that if they go long-term with CeeDee Lamb, which they should, then that should be a slam dunk because you got the 88. He plays lights out regardless of anything of what people may say about him. Pay that man. Come on, Jerry Jones. And then even when you break down Michael Parsons to a degree, let's not fold the tent up or fold the chairs up or fold the tables up on Michael Parsons. Continue to add things around him. Even Aaron Donald needed things around him. I remember even in the earlier stages when they first made it to the Super Bowl with Aaron Donald and beyond, they had to go get Sue. Sue wasn't a homegrown guy. So they were always, and Michael Brockers and all of those boys. So it was always, how can they add pieces around Aaron Donald? And then they eventually broke everything down when they absolutely got a Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, and a whole bunch of other guys to help out Ashawn Robinson, a Jalen Ramsey. So even they had to add pieces. And what I'm saying is we are closer to winning it with Michael Parsons than without. The same thing could be said even with Dak Prescott to that degree. You are closer if you just figure out, establish the run and stop the run. I get it. He have his hiccups, but the historical data is also on his side when you do the things that even Colin Cowherd, of all people, just lamented. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Yeah, that was me many a months ago. It's crazy. It took all of this offseason to pay CeeDee Lamb. That's the craziest thing. I was banging on the table then in the earlier parts of March to pay CeeDee Lamb and to get some of y'all mindset out of the fact that the talking tracks of some of the Cowboy fans at that time was trade Michael Parsons, get rid of CeeDee Lamb, Dak is whack, get rid of all three of them. I'm sitting like, nah, man, you don't blow up a 12-5 team. And y'all was saying, and this was before most people got a chance to see even Trey Lance do his thing. So it was like every day during the offseason, it was like fighting the peanut gallery about, this team. And now, out of all of that, at least one out of the three got paid, and that is CeeDee Lamb. He got paid his money, and it's a hard cap hit for next season for CeeDee Lamb too, in the season after that, because he is by far getting pretty much 35 next season. He's going to count $35 million against the cap, or $37 million against the cap next season. And whereas all of your other top tier wide receivers, they're not going to get counted that much money next season. So it's weird how we got our structure all structured out and these sorts of things. But I would tell you guys that the Dallas Cowboys heading into this particular season, I feel as if though they did correct the run game by correcting the offensive line, the front five. You got to have those boys involved. I think that we are a better team inside the split, especially A gap, B gap. I know for right now, a lot of people will look at this and say, no, we the same team from last year. No. Just like Timothy, Jameson, Aztec, my guy Twin, if we going into a bar to fight somebody, and the last person you got to pick up is between Cooper Beebe and Tyler Biadasz, who y'all picking up and why? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we got one person, we finna go into this bar, we got to throw some hands. No guns, no knives, just straight hands. Are you going to tell me that you're going to say, give me Tyler Biadasz, man? Let Tyler Biadasz, let me and Tyler Biadasz, get into this thing. Nah, what y'all going to say? Y'all gonna say, nah, Cooper Beebe, he young. He may not know how to swabble. Nah, man. I'm looking for the Tyler. T-Dub says he going with Tyler. T-Dub gonna be up in that thing. T-Dub. T-Dub, you all right, T-Dub? T-Dub. T-Dub. Tyler be out of slip. Rex. All of us, we walking out with Cooper BB. Tyler, you be the getaway guy. We need for you to be in the car. Stay in the car, Tyler. Be honest. Stay in the car. Be the drive away. Getaway guy. You ain't gonna leave Cooper BB in the car to be the getaway driver. Is what I'm trying to say. So in the trenches, y'all hear me out, man. We are better. Come on, man. I'm not trying to beat up Tyler. Be honest too, though. By the way, you know. But I'm just saying, you know. Yeah. Fred Allen was good. Seabass, he said, Seabass running. Seabass gonna be running. yeah. Seabass gonna be like, yeah, the coward tells the story how the brave man died, though, you know. Just mention what you see. I know you ain't gonna be running away from the fight. So we are better to that degree when we get down inside the 2-yard line or 1-yard line. I'm looking for push. Yeah. Oh, Micah Hall says I'm taking Tyler Smith though too. Yeah, I'm taking all of my front 5 guys now. You know, shoot. Yeah, I'll be whooping some tail until y'all hear this. And then when they grab me, they just know that Law Nation is up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, until I get grabbed by somebody, I'm winning the fight, y'all. I'm letting y'all know I'm winning the fight. But when they grab me, it's over with. That's why I need my guy Tyler Smith to come in on the back end, or Tyler Guyton and my guy Zach Martin. Hopefully, you know, some people when they just get out the car, they say, you know what, I was just playing, man. That's what. If at first I didn't know Tyler Guyton was that big of a dude until I saw him next to Tyler Smith. And I was like, wait a minute now, hold on. My eyes are deceiving me, you know. So hopefully going into 2024 season that Tyler Guyton would be that guy that, you know, that they get out of the car and you say, you know what, I was just playing, man. Hey, man. All right, hey. Now, you send the stores this way, right? Because I was just playing. Hopefully he bring that type of an approach. Yeah, Tyler Guyton, big as hell. Yeah. Is massive. That's what Ice Cold said, you know. But I would say this, though. Not saying that just because we got this particular lineup that we're going to be better at run game. But what I'm saying is that this particular lineup will be better at run game. I'm not 1,000% all in, 100%, 110% all into Mike McCarthy's run game approach, though. I'm not, and I'm just being real with y'all. So hopefully Steve Simcoe can throw a few more wrinkles into this, and we get marginally better at run. And that's what I'm looking at it from that particular angle. To be 1,000 with you guys, what to look for against the Browns. There will be some Brown tape midway through this week, but there was an excerpt that I really liked that my guy pulled up, and I want to see if I can get this out to y'all. Appreciate you covering Cowboys. Be sure to check them out. Let me give them their flowers right quick. This is their Instagram link, and I hope we pull up their Instagram link. Here we go. And go right here. There's blind faith right there, y'all, because sometimes you pull up Instagram, Lord knows what pop up first, boy. Y'all like, Lord, look at you, man. Look at you, man. He's looking at the Instagram models and stuff like that. And like, nah, man, it was just on the top of my news feed. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you got to have blind faith to walk. Nowadays, you got to have blind faith to pull up TikTok, Instagram, and as well as the X app. You know, just open it up and pull it up on your phone. Anything might fly off and open. Y'all get what I'm saying. But neither here nor there. Let me know if y'all got blind faith on open up y'all apps in front of people. All right, so with that being said, Covering Cowboys got a great piece right here. And this piece right here, things to watch. And I'm going to echo the things that they should watch. Ice Cold Cowboy said, yeah, for real. Yeah, Tyler Guyton, rookie preview game versus Myles Garrett will be a huge test. And I echo that. Let me see. Brandy says, I got a super chat from Brandy. Appreciate you so much. She's sniping over here. Mike McCarthy. We are dedicated to running the ball. Dak Prescott leads in passing yards. Okay. I feel you on that. So those are your two wish things. Like it's your wish list right there, Brandy. Shout out to you, Brandy. Your wish list basically is Mike McCarthy being dedicated to running the ball and Dak Prescott leading in passing. Something like that, right? Because my wish list, hear me out, my wish list heading into this season was very, very small. Before even the draft, I said there's two things that I want. I want us to have the ability to stop the run and the ability to run the ball. Everything else will work its way out. If you remember me doing that video, y'all, let me know. And those were my two wish lists. I wanted us to be able to stop the run and run the ball. And everything else will work its way out. If we can stop the run, I think that, it forces team to get out of the doggone run and pursuit and throw the ball. That's where we eat the most. If we have the ability to run the ball, think about this. Most teams, when they see, people fail to realize when they're playing quarters defense or when they drop in or cover four or to a degree when they are only rushing four and dropping everybody in coverage. That's not a knock at the quarterback. That means that's a respect for the quarterback. That's the disrespect to the run game. Green Bay Packers disrespected the run game. They only rushed four. They were able to shut us down, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with four rushers. They gave us underneath, and we didn't know what to do with it. The times, ladies and gentlemen, we played against the 49ers. It's the same recipe. They said, you know what, we ain't worried about the run. We're going to drop some cloud coverage. We're going to cover some people. Eventually, Dak Prescott is going to throw this interception because he's trying to fit the ball where it don't belong. And the receivers are not going to fight for that ball that's in the air. And I'm just telling y'all the truth, man. You go back at the tape and you rewatch it. It's been rinse and repeat. Shout out to the Denver Broncos, 2021. They dropped everybody. It was at the point that they, at one point in that Denver's game, that beat the brakes off of us on that Centennial game when we had the red stripe. I said, man, I stopped drinking Red Stripe for that entire year. For 2021, Red Stripe was my favorite beer. I stopped drinking it because the Cowboy had that red stripe on their head. I said, damn, we coming out with the new crispy uniform. We looking good. They call it the Centennial Cowboys. And the Denver put a mud hole, beat the brakes off of us. And they dropped everybody and their mama's uncle. Y'all remember that? Because they didn't respect the run. Two ways you can beat quarters defense. Run the ball, run them up out of it. Or underneath game. You got to tear that underneath up. Yeah, Red Stripe is fire, though. Shout out to the Red Stripe, man. Shout out to Jamaica, too, man. I got to go back there. So what I'm saying is, hopefully, we will make them pay when teams drop everybody and say, all right, we can get pressure from four. Hopefully, nobody getting their ass whooped on that front five, too. And I think that should be a thing, too. Yeah, so let's get back to this. Tyler Guyton, that's the number one thing we're looking at. I want Guyton to win so much that they put Garrett on the other side. They said, look, put Garrett on Terrence Steele's side. He can't get home. Find a mouse in the house another way, you know. That's the number one thing we're going to be looking at. Number two. Trayvon Diggs one-on-one with Amari Cooper. I would tell y'all this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not looking forward to the one-on-one action. I've seen too many training camps of Amari Cooper cooking up our DBs when he was here. Trust me, I've been out there in Oxnard, you know, when Amari Cooper was here. And if it's one-on-one, I don't think there's a damn DB that can stop him one-on-one. That's just my God honest truth. There's not a DB on this team that can stop Amari Cooper one-on-one, and especially if he's in his zone. Not now wanna is going to shut down Amari Cooper. Not now wanna, if you can say it that way. The way you get Coop out of his game is you got to first and foremost play chess, not checkers. Play chess, not checkers. He's a physical. He got short area quickness. You got to jam him at the line. You got to knock him off of his route. You got to get him on focus. And if Coop end up dropping the ball, it will play in his mind the entirety of the game. Because he had issues with that before. That's some insider stuff. You got to, you know. But if he on, it's just over with for us. Yeah. If he's on, like if his Coop is on, then what you got to do is make sure you roll coverage his way. Have the safety over the top, knowing that, you know, if he get beat, just make sure you smash him when he get over the top. But ain't nobody one-on-one is going to be able to shut Amari Cooper down if he's on. That's a God honest truth. All right, so the number 3 thing that's on this list, rookie cornerback Keelan Carson's filling in the role for the injured Deron Bland. Now, Carson's give me this right here.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns, things we don't know that we don't know.
So the good news is I don't think Carson's is going to be on Amari Cooper like that. It's going to be Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore and them. You know, I believe it's going to be any of those two guys. And salute to him, man, for rocking the new 21 on this team. Let me see if I can find a picture. Yeah, he's rocking the 21. You do something for me, you know, that's Carson's right there. And when we talk about Carson's, when we talk about him and his ability to cover, he got good short area quickness, got good hips, short-term memory, feisty, don't like to get beat over the top, play back to the ball, get his head swivel back to the ball. Not a drag down tackler. He's a good tackler when out in space. He's a physical DB. I like to put that into that picture of the mindset. He's literally a seatbelt. Yeah, but this will be the first time we ever get a chance to see him in that 21 rocking. So hopefully he made 21 look good for us. I think the last DB to make 21 look good for us was Gilly last season. You could throw in the Pac-Man Jones for a few games there, and then he got into some things with the strip club, throwing ones and getting the fight. He should have had Cooper Beebe with him on that night. And then we seen who else? Mike Jenkins. Mike Jenkins was good, man. I think we gave up on Mike Jenkins a little bit too soon. And we put too much praises on Orlando and them Scandrick. Paul says, how physical is he? He ain't a Revis physical, you know. He ain't a Talib physicality type of DB, but he's physical enough. Yeah, good against the run. He plays with good leverage too. So I know it's going to be a new hype on him wearing that crispy 21 out there on the DB side. It's going to be a little challenge for him. He asked for it because he was cool with 41, right? We was like, all right, T-New, all right, baby T-New. But now, sure, you put 2-1 on you. That's, hey. That's prime number right there. Shoot. It's going to be difficult for the brother, you know. We got a super chat. Appreciate you so much. Glenn, let's go to that super chat right quick. He says, the reason Dak eyes look spooked in the playoffs is because defense are playing the same flood zone coverage and there's nowhere to throw the ball. Dak knows McCarthy had no plan B. Fellas, always have your plan B.
That's where the guts went. Just dropped them.
Yeah. Glenn, you 1,000%. It was just a masterpiece, man, on how they were able to have only they gave the Cowboys pockets underneath and pockets up high. And pockets up high, you got to do a double move and beat the person over the top. I think by the time they made their necessary adjustments on just attacking the middle of the field with your boy, I want to say Jake Ferguson, 87, it was over with. Shoot, the game was already damn near over with. The focal point against Green Bay should have been run the ball heavy, throw it to your tight end, and then when everything clear up, then you can hit up CeeDee Lamb. That wasn't the game plan on offense. It was forcing it to Lamb, occasionally trying to run it into that particular look where they giving you the underneath and you couldn't get around the corner. And then it was Cooks, and then you use your tight end too late. But in those type of games, when it's like that, you got to set up the run. You got to give them something that to get them out of that damn look. And if they are creating pressure with 4, you got to make them pay for that, Cowboys. That's why I say Kevontae Turpin. I would have put Kevontae Turpin on an end around 2 times. I would have got Lamb when he was pouting and stuff. I would have put him in the backfield like the 49er do for Debo, giving the ball early, feed the baby early, so he can get all ready, so he won't be antsy and dropping the ball when it finally comes his way, and get this team in rhythm. And I'm not even the offensive coordinator, and I knew that, you know. But, you know, neither here nor there, our team did a terrible job. Did a terrible job in that postseason game. Hey, Law, what happened to my wrench? There's no mods. There's only one mod on my entire show. Well, 2 mods. His name is Bente and Twin. They're my only 2 mods. Those are only 2 mods. No mod Law. Unfortunately, man. But if y'all want to be a mod in this way by sharing this content and letting people know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Until somebody say, hey, man, it was me, man. I banned Stephen Carroll, man. If whoever come up and say, hey, it was me. I gave Stephen Carroll the boot. Let me know. But at the end of the day, man, I love y'all, and we're going to continue to move it this way with no mod. No mod nation. No mod law, okay? Mike Zim, the other thing that we looking for is, where my sniper rifle at? Yeah. Mike Zim and how he works with the defense. That will be another topic that we're going to have to look at from here. Mike Zimmer and how he works with the defense. Now, Mike Zim is, 2 years removed from coaching now? And this will be his first preview. I would tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, that if you look back at everything and you say to yourself, what this defense ultimately needed, the first thing come to mind is discipline. Disciplinary actions is what we need. And
get your up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey, too many missed tackles. Let's go. We're too damn soft. I just hate mistakes.
Yeah.
I hate mistakes.
Yeah. And it's just crazy. And just to have a little meeting right there around the fireplace right here. I know that a lot of mods do a lot of work for me, and I really appreciate it. But it just wasn't Stephen Carroll. It's been a consistent situation, whereas I get somebody that was banned for saying, the Cowboys would not make it to the postseason because Mike Zim is haven't been coaching in 2-3 years. And they get banned. Like, that's not a bannable thing. You know what I'm saying? That's just an opinion, right? I told people, don't block nobody if they got voicing their opinion if it's not personal attack. A personal attack is somebody saying, yo mama, you know what I'm saying? You ban that person. But now I get it, we want clean conversations here. But at the end of the day, this is football. We're going to talk gritty. We're going to talk grimish to each other. But as long as it's not personal attack and then you're attacking the subject matter, then we go with it. But don't be banning folks, man, for saying, yeah, my favorite color is blue and red. You banned for saying red, So it's just what it is. And I think that the flow is going pretty well, right? And if somebody say something too egregious, we got you. I got the sniper gangster here. Y'all point them out. We'll be able to knock them up out of here. All right, so I think that Mike Zim will do a great job here heading into this particular year. I think that Mike McCarthy himself and Mike Zim together will be able to get things going. So that's what I like about that. Cowboys pass rush. They need to apply pressure on Watson. Now, we talk about rush factor with Trey Lance because he haven't thrown the ball in 2 calendar years or something like that against pure raw and real needed competition. Well, it's been a year for Watson because he's been bounced in, bounced out, bounced in, bounced out. So if we can get some situations going for clouded cover defenses, forcing them to try to get out of their run pursuits and throw the ball more than they're running the ball, we win this game. Now, if Jerome Ford is running heavy and bouncing it to the outside and forcing us to get out of our cover 2 look, because we do a primarily cover 2, middle field open. We have the linebacker to fall in the sinkhole there. This is more of your cover 2 styles and kinds of caliber of defense. We probably gonna play cover 3 7 to 10% of the time under Mike Zim's system. They're gonna go to traditional set. More of a base look with 3 linebackers out there on the field. So Zim defense is subject to be beaten if you can take the top off the defense. That's one area of his weakness is there. He's sometimes too strongly dependent on his safeties. So if the safeties is out of spot or position, you can get big chunks of yards in the middle of the field. Whereas Zim's weakness is at. That's about it. So he give you the middle of the field, and he's very dependent on DBs to be independent by themselves sometimes on the edge there. That could cause some problems though. But in a cover 2, it's going to be. I still got help over the top, but you can still get gashed off of seam routes and some post routes or some long drags and stuff like that. So if you are able to do those things, you can get Zim. But I think that with Zim, by him having his base look out there, throwing you some different looks here and there, I think that this defense is equipped enough to still cause quarterbacks who's rusty to put the ball where they think it's supposed to be at, and it's a pick. I can book it that there will be, that's crazy. You can declare that it will be an interception this game. There will be an interception this game. That's crazy. If Watson is rusty like he is, there will be an INT this game. You can book it. Mike McCarthy play calling. I think refreshing is going to be Mike McCarthy's going into his second year of calling the plays. I think all of the rust factors should be out, and there should be a deal, whereas we looking up and we're saying that this team can at least score on this massive, nice defense. Whew, it's too early. I'll give y'all what my score going to be. But I think we scored north of 20 points. All right, Cowboys running back rotation. That's what we're going to look at. I think that, based off of the situation, Zeke playing majority of his games in Ohio, Zeke going to be real amped up and pumped up to play. And I think that Zeke will play the first snap. He will be your starting running back, and then it will be your guy Rico, and then it will be Hunter. I think they go into the game like that. Y'all think that Deuce Vaughn gonna be on the active 46? Y'all saw that my gun almost jammed on me. Yeah, that gun can jam. Oh, let me see what y'all say in the chat, man. Y'all think he's gonna be on the active 46? So the rotation will be, if he's activated on the 46, Zeke, Deuce, then Rico would be the rotation. If he's not activated, it's going to be Zeke, Rico, Hunter. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go back to this list right here. And lo and behold, last but not least, CeeDee Lamb, one-on-one with Denzel Ward. I think that's going to be a good thing. But Ward, I believe in their defense, he don't travel. They play a nice defensive front. They don't move the guys around as much. So when they're inside the slot, it will be Emerson. Emerson is a real nice corner, sticky guy. I think that it will be him inside. And Ward, when they do see Ward, it'll be a situation. Whereas the Cowboys, let me make sure, because I think that's how they're going to do that. As far as their team, I don't think they're going to travel with Ward. I don't think they're going to do that. Y'all think Ward's going to travel around? Because I don't think they're going to do that. Let me see what they got right here. Hold on, bear with me. Cleveland Brown. Let's see what they normally do. 'Cause I thought I looked that up. Yeah. Ward. And then hold on, bear with me. Let me see. No. I got it backwards. Newsome is gonna travel around. When Lamb is inside, Newsome is gonna be the guy that's gonna be primary, and he is sticky. Newsome is very sticky. It's gonna be Newsome, and then Ward if he's on that strong side. So they got Emerson, Newsome, and Ward, both of those boys. So Newsome is going to be the slot guy. Yeah, so it's going to be that, ladies and gentlemen. They move Myles Garrett around on that line, so he's going to be the guy that's going to be moved. But if I'm the Browns, I'm rolling coverage Lamb's way. They got sticky guys that's in the safety world, whereas you got Grant Delpit, who's all of the LSU guys out here, let me know about Grant Delpit, if you like him. And they got Warren Thornhill. So they got coverages, man. They got guys that can clear everything and see what can happen when the season kick off. I think that Lamb being 12 to 13 pounds, some say arguable that he's 14 pounds heavier. It's going to be more of a let's see how he get the ball in the backfield. I've seen some of those installments of lining Cavante Turpin in the backfield. Maybe that's Lamb, and we just saw those packages being worked by Cavante Turpin. Maybe that's the thing, But Miko says Texans exposed the Browns DBs. They just they were on one in that game. Yeah, jeez. The Browns DBs did get gashed in that game. They got gashed real bad. So hopefully, man, if we can roll out that model, man, if Dak Prescott can do what C.J. Stroud did, that'll be a plus for us. But let's be real with that game right there. The Browns were off that game. Shoot, I don't. Who lost worse, man? The Cowboys versus Green Bay or the Browns versus the damn Texans? Shoot. I don't know, man. Hey, look, and it's a different year. I'm not finna say the same thing about to happen again. I like Emerson, I like Newsom, and I like Denzel Ward. I'm not finna say that it's finna be the same outcome. Nah, because they just as bitter if what happened to them in the postseason, just like we are bitter, So I'm not finna go into those type of conversational talks. Yeah, Eagles versus the Bucks. Yeah. That was a terrible game for the Eagles fans. Shoot, that was very terrible. We got on this beautiful day, for those who just not tuning in, because I know we had some late arrivals, so for those who tuning in, the main topic of today was the Dak Prescott being unstoppable. Since we got more people, and I think Deshaun Watson is starting this game. They didn't have Deshaun Watson last game against the Browns versus the Texans. So that damn the Texans defense is a real thing. Is a real tangible thing. Yeah, the Texan defense in Eastside Harold, I see you in here. I would say y'all defense, and then y'all defense got even better this offseason. So we'll see, man. And Eastside, just letting you know, CJ and them, they don't have, last place schedule anymore. So they're going to be playing first place schedule, and people got a little tape on CJ right now. It's just that right now, you guys did a great job of making sure y'all pull some concrete in them damn holes that y'all had. And that's a good job. I'm not finna, or great job. I'm not finna water that down. The Texans did improve from one year to the next, Migo said they had Flacco in them, yeah. But it is what it is. Football will be Sunday. Let me play this one more time for those who just not tuning in into the conversational pool about what we were talking about. And let's listen to it.
Since Dak Prescott has been in the league, this is pretty amazing. When he gets 30-plus rush attempts behind him, he's virtually impossible to beat, 53-7. Less than 30 rush attempts, he's not a very good quarterback, 20-34. But this is more sobering. If Dak just gets 100 yards rushing, again, he's Mahomes. He's 64-17. If he gets less than 100 yards, Dak Prescott has 9 career wins.
Yeah, so with that being said, I don't know the win to loss ratio. If you guys do your independent homework on that, just post that down below. I'm subject to listening and hearing you guys out what I'm trying to say collectively, let's introduce some run game to this mix. I know we bringing back familiar faces out of Ezekiel Elliott. Some people ask me, what do Dalvin Cook bring to the table? Keep in mind, he's still learning the playbook. I know running back is the easiest transitions from one team to the next, but you still got to know the damn playbook, right? So you don't get your quarterback killed. I think that it's going to be a ramp-up situation. I would say about week three, maybe week 4, Cook will be ready if he's continue to be healthy or what have you. And what the run game would do is we trying to get people out of those quarter looks, get them out of them cloud looks, get them out of those, hey, we dropping everybody into the spaces there. We trying to get them to at least bring a safety down. And if you do that, then that will allow you to have your boys like Ferg to eat, Lamb to cook, as well as Brandon Cooks to cooks as well. So those are the things that we look for collectively, ladies and gentlemen. So Leon says Zeke may get lost in the running back shuffle. My thing is what Zeke will bring to the table, experiences. He does a great job of blocking. He by far will not get your quarterback killed, right? So Zeke in the backfield, Myles Garrett end up beating Tyler Guyton. That's okay. Zeke will give him a real check. All he needs is a 1/10 of a second, 1 second to get the ball out, and Dak Prescott can hit him where it hurts at on a Jake Ferguson hit, or he can hit him on a Jalen Tolbert hit down the field. It can be multiple things that you can utilize Zeke for, which we were kind of absent of last season as it relates to that blocking room. I think that this offense, by looking at by sure tape on course, of course, we talking about practice tape. I think this offense still have a clear shot of being top 3, top 4 respectfully in the NFL. I think so. I think that the weapons that we lost during the offseason, like who all did we lose? We lost Tony Pollard, who I think Tony will have a better season this year than he had last year because he's a 4-year remove off of that injury. And we lost, Tyron Smith and Michael Gallup and Tyler Biadasz. Those are the people we lost on offense. So I'm thinking we're running this offense back, right, ladies and gentlemen? Put it like this. Our 5th or 6th wide receiver, Ryan Flo, is damn near better. It's better than doggone Michael Gallup. He was our 2nd and 3rd wide receiver in most games. I'm talking about offense, not defense. If you had an option to pick Michael Gallup right now or Ryan Flournoy, who would you have, I'm just being real, and I'm not beating up my guy, Michael Gallup. He was at the last practice, So I'm thinking that, hey, when we look at everything, now my thing is, gradable so, we would do this with Tyron Smith versus Tyler Guyton. We will do the comparisons. And we'll revisit round week 5, week 6, kind of like when the season get going. Now, I think the world of Tyron Smith. But a third of y'all was ready to get rid of. A third of y'all was ready to get rid of Tyron Smith every year. I get rid of Tyron Smith. Now he gone. Bring him back. So which one is it? Somebody asked me, is Flo better than Willie T? Says, is Flo better? Basically, I'm paraphrasing. Is Flo better than Michael Gallup pre-injury? Versus post-injury Gallup? That's a damn good one. I'm not going to disrespect Michael Gallup. You got me thinking, so that's why this long pause is here. Gallup, I'm being objective as possible. Gallup jump ball to me was damn near good. Damn near good. At the top of his routes, good. Yards after catch, good. He wasn't 4.4 guy. He was like more of a 4.5, 4.6 guy. But we ain't talking about speed. I want to say damn near they almost the same person. But I can tell you this. No. I would give Gallup the nod on 2018, 2019 Gallup. But Ryan Flo got a bigger upside. I think Ryan Flanor is a better route runner than Gallup. I said this even when we had Cedric Wilson, that Cedric Wilson was a better route runner than Gallup. I said that Cedric Wilson, if given the opportunities, would be better in these particular lights because he's a flight faster and he figure out ways to win on his routes more consistently. But the problem was the Cowboys were playing, hey, who we drafted earlier type of thing. So Ryan Flo got upside, in my opinion. And that's just what it is. I'm not beating up my guy, Gallup, by the way. But as of now, Ryan Flo is better than Gallup, right? Yeah. Got a super chat. I don't know where it went to, but it's not pulling up on the screen. But I will answer down South Cowboy. Here you go. Well, the other one went away. But I got this one right here. I put a heart by it. It says, Lord Gallup had one good season, should have let him walk and kept Wilson. I didn't say that. You said that. I implied that, but you said that, you know. I just think that, yeah, he had that. There's a saying over here, you get hurt, you get paid. And he got hurt, he got paid. Down south, offense was better with Wilson, too. You know, something about that, you know. And that's just how that goes, ladies and gentlemen. But there's not the separation between whether pre-injury or not, the separation between Gallup and Ryan Flo is not a massive one. It's literally just like this. The separation between Gallup and even Cedric Wilson of who's better and these sort of things, literally, it's not that much of a separation, is what I'm trying to say with the wide receiver groupings, right? I just with the belief, whereas the Cowboys, they just kind of wet the bed with that, with the whole wide receiver exchange of getting rid of Amari Cooper. I think that if anything, I would have got rid of the ancillary pieces and did what the damn 49ers just did. The damn 49ers just did the exact same thing that we should have done. They bitched and they moaned about paying Brandon Ayuk, but they went on ahead and said, you know what? We need Brandon Ayuk. We're not finna go roll and make Ricky, you know, hope all is well with Ricky. Not saying that really influenced them for going ahead and giving Brandon Ayuk $120 million, you know. But they smart enough to know that Debo and Brandon Ayuk is very much so necessary. It's very much necessary. Because you can bracket the hell out of Debo and he ain't gonna win. But you can't bracket everybody. Debo will not win when he getting doubled underneath and over the top. He ain't that dude, man. And I'm not beating up Debo route running the capabilities. But it's not there, ladies and gentlemen. So they got to fabricate ways to get him open. And he will slant you to death. And if it's one-on-one, it's over. If he getting that ball and he catch it on a goal, he catch it in motion. But that was team. We were ready. Boy, I was ready. But now, shoot, you got to worry about Brandon Ayuk route capabilities. You just can't one-on-one Ayuk it up and be like, all right, cool. All right, well, yeah, we're going to shut Ayuk down with one DB. Nah, where? Ayuk is nasty with it. He's flat out. Yeah. He let out the field like this, wide open. Shoot. Look up average yards of separation on Ayuk. Shoot, that boy killing you. That boy, I was like, come on. Come on, Steelers. Come on, Steelers. Oh my gosh. Wilson dropped that big catch on the 3 3-yard line in the playoff game. 49ers would have changed things on the Dak end of, do you agree? Yeah, I know a catch you're talking about. He hit him right in his hands. Yep, there's a difference between I ain't beating up Cedric Wilson. But if he had Drew Pearson's hands, he catches that, you know? That's the difference of your wide receiver got to make plays for you on the ball. But there was multiple other plays that, you know, Cedric Wilson was able to make for us, though. Yeah. Ayuk is nice, yeah. T-Dub says, I like Flo, but that gives me more confidence about Dak has a tendency to make wide receivers, tight ends better. Gallup, Cedric Wilson, Randall Cobb, Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swain, and Beasley and Bryce Butler. Yeah. With those names, yeah. Cedric Wilson ate grilled cheese sandwiches that day. Yeah, he did. He dropped some balls. Jerry didn't want to invest in some shades. That's why. Laughing all out. Sunlight was in his face. Yeah, so that there's multiple ways we can look into that. So rest up, Jamison Taylor. Yeah, Big Sarge says rest up, Jamison Taylor. All right, so it's 4 o'clock, man, or 4:12 where I'm at. I just want to let y'all know, man, these are the things that we're looking for and the unstoppable capabilities if we have run game to the table. Be sure to check us out. We will be live again tomorrow. I just wanted to give you guys some spare time today, and I hope that you guys are hanging out, chilling with fam and everything on this good Labor Day weekend. Rest up, be prepared for football because it's going to be full throttle. Get those notification bells going. Get your mindset set for football week. There's no more if this happened, if that happened. It's going to be tangible things. Right? And y'all know for sure, win, lose, or draw, I'm going to give you guys the information. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. And I'm going to share some time with you guys. Good, bad, happy, or sad. So enjoy yourself. That's right, JV boy. Shout out to you, Brandon. Shout out to you, Adam. So there's no more fluff talk. A win is a win, too. I don't give a dog. If it's 1 point, we celebrating. We popping champagne bottles over here. If it's by a tub, we celebrating. And what I want ultimately, even if you lose, I want to see the fight out of these boys. It's the way you lose, too, that counts the most. It's been since 1972 or something like that. When was the last undefeated team to win the Super Bowl? Something like that. They ain't trying to go undefeated. I'm trying to get strategies. And the world is not over with if you lose week 1. And the world is not over with if you win week 1. Yeah, 1972. So no, I don't want to be undefeated. That'll take too long. I want us to have principles and concepts together. I want us to be hungry enough to know that
Get your up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey, too many missed tackles. Let's go.
that's what we need, baby.
Damn soft.
No soft boys.
hate mistakes.
I hate mistake Cowboys. None of that weak stuff around here. We need to adapt that mindset that we are public enemy number one. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, I need for those who say they're going to rock with us, rock with us. Those who say they're going to roll with us, roll with us. Win, lose, or draw with us. That's what we need. The mindset to be heavy. And the thought tracks to be there on point. On site, gang. Ain't that right? Win, lose, or draw, we need to be here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. As my guy says, let's effing go on the Facebook side. Write this down. Because this is going to be the mindset all year long. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you all hold everything tawdy and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan for it, or lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or the poverty or the famish or the fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away. I've been saying that stuff for years. If dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of almighty Cowboy Nation, yes, indeed, my dog Leon. He says, no panics over here. We ain't gonna be panicking nowhere over here, Cowboy Nation. We standing tall, or not at all, Cowboy Nation. Stand to your feet for the nation. Let's continue to grind to shine. Let's continue to open up our minds to the realities of these type of things. That we want this bad, and we gonna get this one way or another. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to absolutely nothing but the best.
Damn.
Let's go, baby.
Whoa.
Give me my theme music.
Come on. All right, and roll those credits. Come on. Let's get it. If we offended anyone, charge it to our beards, not our hearts. Shout out to all of the members and the sponsors. Lately, I just want to run it up. Brandy, appreciate you. Rev, Brandy, Glenn Capers, Lord Nova, and down south, Cowboys, the 504 boys. That's what we want to do, baby. Come on. Shout out to you, JT. Said he stayed for the entirety of the stream. Come on. Hey. What we gonna do? Hey. Oh. Who with law, man? Put LAW in the chat. Come on. Come on, hey.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on, baby, appreciate the love and adulations, baby. Let's stand tall with it. No days off. Come on.
Kinda check the song. Lately, I just
Come on.
Count that too, count it. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah. I just be off the dome.
Hey.
I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clones. Yeah.
Come on.
I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone.
Hey. Oh.
Really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up.
Until next time, DC for life, not for short.
Count that too, count it. Lately I just wanna run it up.
Here we go. Here we go.
Lately I just wanna
Are you
run
not
it up.
entertained?
They can come closer than close.
Lately I just wanna run it up.
Original, they never will be.
Until next time.